What's something you're so does that bothers you, but you let it go because it's really not a big deal? She gets out of the shower and throws the wet towel on the bed instead of hanging it up, leaving the bed with a wet spot. I've said something multiple times, but now I just throw it on her side so she can sleep in the wet spot. This one will get me, especially since it seems like she throws it on his side of the bed. Hangs all of her clothes on doorknobs. Every doorknob in the house has multiple dresses, bras, shirts, etc. hanging from it. I took them all one day and piled them up in her hamper, and she didn't even notice. That would drive me nuts. Door knobs need to be accessible in case of emergencies. It drives me nuts because they swing around the door when I'm trying to close it, and I have to pull the clothes back, then close the door, all while I'm racing to the toilet because the Thai food we ate for dinner is crushing my colon like a Mack trucking hitting a hay bale. Watching the same movie I'm for the first time and asking me to tell her what is going to happen or why. Woman, I'm watching the same thing you are. I have no super secret man sense that you lack. We are both working with the same information. She then proceeds to add her own commentary during important dialogue or plot points. This is why I cannot take her to a theater. We watch at home. I simply pause the movie, let her rant, rewind 30 seconds, and try to watch. It has been like this for years and I used to let her know it is annoying. I gave up. Honey, is that you? She moves her hands all the time. When she talks about this usually means slapping the surface of where we are, and pretty hard at that. Be talking in bed and the whole bed will be shaking cause she's slapping it very hard as we talk. Sometimes I'll just hold her hand as we talk so she stops. She's assigned drummer at birth. She has a very different definition of what it means when she says she's ready to go, as in leaving the house to go somewhere. When I say I'm ready to go, that means that in this precise moment I'm fully equipped with everything I need to walk out the door. When she says she's ready to go, that means anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes of further preparation in order to actually leave. This one drives me nuts, and she does it every single time. I'll be standing at the front door, shoes and sunglasses on, keys already in the door knob. She'll hit the threshold when I have one foot on the front porch, and it's always oh hang on I need to pee and get my wallet or some variation. But heaven f forbid if I'm sitting on the couch when she's ready to go and I just need to throw on some flip-flops, like calm down and go close a pantry door you left open or something. I'll be ready in 3 seconds. Late to literally anything and everything. I still cannot understand how my wife is able to keep a job, even though she's late every day. She puts the silverware in the dishwasher the opposite way that I do. Just be glad she puts dishes in the dishwasher, my dude. This, haha. I'm super pedantic about dishes and used to get annoyed until I realized I was making my partner reluctant to put dishes in the dishwasher. I changed my tune pretty quick. I do most of the cooking, so I'd rather have a less tidy dishwasher that I didn't have to fill than have to do that on top of the cooking. As soon as we get out the front door she remembers something she has forgotten and has to run back inside to get it. Doesn't matter if she has been waiting on me to leave or vice versa. I'm so sorry dude. It just happened somehow. I hated to and mentally run through the whole house hoping to remember everything. But then at the door it clicks. The goddamn umbrella. The money. The keys. Whatever. Shit, I forgot my dog and now I'm at the vet. You laugh. But that one time I was lucky that the vet's was within walking distance of my house. I'm not joking. Doesn't put the new toilet paper in the holder, just leaves the old one there and puts the new on the back of the toilet. Mayo, why is this such a universal thing? It's the littlest effort. We are talking 3 seconds of effort after you've already gotten the new rollout, and yet so many people are just unable to do it. I pointed this out to my fiance when we first moved in together. Just that I thought it was odd that she never replaced it. She's militant about that now, and I'm the one that forgets. She took something that bothered me and wasn't a big deal and made it my thing that I did that wasn't a big deal. Turned it all topsy-turvy on me. I love that woman. She loves online shopping and she's incredibly thorough. Always finds the best solutions and the best deals. Wouldn't trade it for anything. but she loves to unload a lot of finicky details about all the different deals, shipping hassles, return procedures, etc. on me as soon as I get home from work, or when I'm trying to focus on a project. She never buckles her seatbelt the moment she gets in the car. She only buckles it after the car is moving, and constantly beeping to buckle up. It's odd because she's a strict by the book rule follower. She's afraid to use a public restroom at a store if we don't buy anything, but she has no problem not following the law and buckling her seatbelt. I'm the arsehole who insists people wear a seatbelt in my car. I'm a safe driver with good insurance, but I religiously wear mine, even in the backseat. It takes 2 seconds to put on and can save your life. My wife is a hypochondriac, and every day she gives me a new list of mystery symptoms, and I have to try and figure out what she has and how to treat it. Edit. Most of the time she just needs to eat something and drink some coffee. My wife thought she had prostate cancer after hearing a chap on TV talking about difficulties going to the toilet. I had to explain to her men have prostate and women don't. He has urinary problems. She has constipation. Told a pharmacist she has brain cancer. Pharmacist diagnoses earache. Keeps going on about having ovarian cancer or cervical cancer. She had a total hysterectomy and oophorectomy years ago. Yep. Total hypochondriac. She thinks feathering the brakes means you press as hard as you can on them and then let up multiple times really quickly. She warps the S out of the rotors. When I explain to her what actually feathering the brakes means, she tells me I have no idea what I'm talking about because a mechanic told her otherwise. That's kinda what you're supposed to do on long downhill stretches if you're not engine braking. Brake firmly for a few seconds and then let off so that the brakes can cool. You can sit by the big hills in my town at rush hour and smell the brake pads burning from all the people who just keep their foot on the brake the whole way down. Closes my car door way too hard. I've asked several times and she's good about it for a week or so, then her old habit of closing it hard as S comes back. Mine's gotten better about it, but my favorite line is, geez, if I wanted the door on the other side of the truck, I'd unbolt it and carry it around. Leaves cabinets and pantry doors open. I've been reading all the responses to this question thinking back, quote, no, all good. My princess is awesome. No issues, but yes. F me. Close the F doors. We've got soft closed doors on every single nth apartment, but I'm constantly closing them. Still love her though. It's more something she can't help. But when my girlfriend gets tired, she is completely wrecked out of nowhere. So like 1 minute she could be playful with me, and the next minute she is absolutely exhausted and wants to sleep immediately. The thing that bothers me about it is that I seldom get a heads up in advance. I don't blame her though. I don't think she can do anything about it. Edit. Everyone is talking about narcolepsy and we are definitely taking that in consideration. But I think I should also mention that she had fever 6 months ago. For those of you who don't know, fever is a disease caused by a very common virus. Kids get in touch with it, but have absolutely no symptoms, aren't affected and won't be at all unless you come in touch with the virus when you're around 20. Then you get extremely tired and random attacks of tiredness as well, or throat inflammation can also happen. Maybe this is still an aftermath of that. Edit too. For my American friends, my girlfriend had what you guys call mono. Putting empty cereal boxes back in the cupboard, empty milk jugs back into the fridge, empty anything back where it came from, rather than into the garbage or recycling. What are we saving this empty peanut butter jar for, lady? She's probably too lazy to throw it out and this is her way of kicking the can down the road. She mislabels people. Wolverine is the mangarine. Avengers are the Avengers. Hallberry is blueberry. Snoop Dogg. Snippy Dog. I think it's hilarious. One time she was trying to say newsflash and just flipped the words flash news. Note, English is her second language. She is from Italy. Leaves lights on around the house. I just turn them off when I see them. This is the one. My wife and son just leave all the lights on all the time. All of them. All the time. Constantly apologizes for everything. Thinks she's worthless. She has a seriously difficult time with her self-esteem, suffering from severe anxiety, depression, or what seems like ADHD. Constantly thinks she's everything up when she's doing just fine, or even going above and beyond her peers. She perceives every negative attitude around her as if she has personally done something wrong. It drives me nuts. But I'm as supportive as I possibly can be, as I empathize with her issues. I try to get her to see a therapist, but she has far too much anxiety to pursue that, and I cannot force her, only encourage. While I do sometimes get frustrated and often feel like it shouldn't be my responsibility to sort out or deal with her issues that are likely a result of her toxic childhood, I will always be there for her. My relationship with her is far more rewarding than those feelings could ever ruin. I could point and go, look, a purple elephant on a unicycle being ridden by Tom Cruise 10 feet in front of us, and my wife will stare directly at the scene and go, what, where? I don't see it. Is this a commentary on her gullible nature or her inability to make obvious observations? When I serve dinner, the kitchen is already spotless. When she cooks, it looks like a bomb went off. I clean the kitchen behind her though, because she's such a good cook. Who am I to complain? Our spouses are related. I swear to God, when I cook I clean up as I go whenever I can. She does not do any preemptive tasks while cooking, and the kitchen looks like a nuclear bomb test site after at least two nukes went off. The kicker, after dinner digestion kicks in, and she turns into a vegetable. I'll send her off to bed while dealing with the culinary fallout for a solid hour before starting my own chores. Once I'm done with all the chores that need to be done, I'm by myself and need to wind down for the day and, as a consequence, go to bed quite late. She doesn't understand why and how long it takes to clean up her shameful wasteland in the wake of her exquisite culinary exploits. But who am I to complain? My wife has two speaking-based things that stick out every time I hear them, but don't bother bringing up. I did when I first noticed it to make her aware, but it's just how it is. While is pronounced Y. So like I picked up some extra stuff while I was at the store, leaving out the to be in phrases. Like that dish needs to be cleaned, is that dish needs cleaned. I've heard others both in her family or from her general area do the same thing though, so I'm pretty sure that's a regional quirk rather than just a her thing. Edit, she's from Ohio, and thanks to /u/would is definitely a regional thing per this article. https://Yale edu/phenomena/needs washed. My whole family is from New York, which is where we live, so hadn't heard it until we got together and started traveling. She doesn't trust me, not in a like relationship sense, but I mean like driving or doing stuff, and sometimes it's annoying, but usually I let it go. It's easier for me to just let her drive. Mine is exactly the same with regards driving. I'll join a roundabout and she's like, you never even looked right. That guy could have killed us. I look with my eyes, not my head is my retort back. And the reason he didn't kill us is because I joined at an appropriate time. Meanwhile when she drives it's oops, I'm doing 95 miles per hour tee. Oops, just railed the curb with the tire doing 40 tee. Oops, just backed into that wall tee. I also had to tell her to emergency brake 3 times on a recent journey we made because she was trying to drink from a can of Pepsi or didn't see the bend on the roundabout. Thing is, I laugh when she says all these things, so I'm probably encouraging it. Needless to say, I'm the one who hasn't had any bumps or anything in the car. She has, yet I'm the terrible driver.